where they at dope. Like how
What's up,
you
bro?
just popped up.
What's going on?
Not much. Was good.
Chilling, man. Working like a dog. How you been?
Been good, man. Out here living, man. I ain't gonna even hold you up.
Yeah, you been doing some
I
fun
feel like
shit.
I've been doing some fun shit. I ain't gonna even complain. They ain't really even went nowhere, but I've been doing some fun shit though.
Oh yeah, like what?
Um, so went to a wine tasting,
Nice.
which was pretty good. Are you familiar with the Rattlesnake Club down? It's just like down, it's just off of Jefferson, down by the river though.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've not been.
So went there, did a wine tasting. So it was about $100, but you get five wines, and they give you like really good pours on the wine. So it's not like a sip. You're actually getting to like really drink the wine, and you get a meal with each wine. So
Ooh,
like there
five
was
course
like
meal.
it was good, bro. It was good. Like you
Damn.
got like some stuff, crab shell, like big shells, but they were stuffed with crab and like a good pasta sauce. There was like a beef tenderloin with capers and a garlic crust.
That sounds great.
It was good, bro. And then they had like the strawberry gelato with a chocolate, like with like a chocolate bar with some sliced almonds. Shit was amazing.
Damn, bro, you're out here living. Detroit's got some great spots, bro, for like food and
They really
drink.
do.
Like
They
it's
really do.
endless.
So we went there, and then like that, and then that was like on a Thursday. Then like on a Saturday, my homeboy put me up on it. Shout out to my boys Mills, Frank really locked. So he went to this place. So they mix. So what they do is they craft cocktails, but they pair them with fragrances.
Hmm.
So it's almost like same thing as like a wine tasting, but rather than actual food, they pair it with a scent, right?
Okay.
So like you will. So the suggestion is that you take a sip of the drink and then you smell the scent stick,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of see how that affects how that wine or how the drink may taste and stuff, and then they tell you to do it at the same time where you drink it and you smell it, and it's it's sensory overload. It really is. It's kind of crazy
Really?
how
Does it change the taste of the food or
it
the drink?
does, bro.
Yeah.
It really does. And it
Hmm.
fucked me up. I'm not going to even hold you up.
Yeah.
It kind of fucked me up because I was not expecting that. You know what I mean? Like it kind of was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, like this really did just change the shit, like change the taste of this drink. So that's what I was like. It's just like a sensory overload. It's like you forget how much smell just affects
Mm-hmm.
like everything. So
Yeah.
it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. So
That is cool, man. I've never
that
heard of anything like that.
it was really cool. And then so it's funny because that was like 8 drinks, and it was just drinks and scents. So we needed some food. So I don't know if you heard of this place. It's called Coronado's.
Mm-hmm.
We went there afterwards, and we didn't even have to get anything to drink. And they got some fire ass margaritas, but we didn't even have to get anything because we was already drunk. So
Right. Right.
hey, so but
Damn,
that
you've been
was
living.
good. And then went to Kaylani concert on Monday, which was really good, and I was pretty impressed with her. I hadn't been to one of her concerts before, but there was an artist that came out just before her named Rico Nasty,
Mm-hmm.
and she's in a very unique lane when it comes to music. So she mixes punk, rock, and hip hop.
Okay.
So a very unique like lane, but it was at the Fox and she had that bitch rocking. Like she
Hell
really
yeah.
had it moving. And I was like, oh shit, like it's unique. Like, and also I felt like a fucking parent. I felt like
Why?
somebody's parent in
Just
there.
cause
The fucking crowd was so young, bro.
you stuck out
And I
like a
felt
sore thumb.
it was so young, and
Really?
this shit was hilarious. And I was just like, what is going on? I really felt like somebody's parent up in this bitch. Somebody's dad
That's
like so.
Fox is a good venue, man. Beautiful. I love like that and the Fillmore just right next to each other. Yeah, it's a
Fillmore
great
is
spot
dope
to
as
see.
fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. Like, that's a sweet spot for a concert for me. We probably talked about this before, but like big venues are cool, right? Like it's awesome going to a show with thousands, but I like a more intimate set when there's just like a couple hundred people.
I
Like
don't like
that's
I don't like those big like stadium like the LCA. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like those more intimate settings. Like one of my favorites is the Masonic. I love Masonic.
Yeah, Masonic's great, bro.
Masonic is dope. Of course, like the Shelter is another dope spot, especially how just small it is, and then like it's super intimate in that boy.
It does.
But yeah, so Yeah.
That's
Shout out to
cool,
the
bro.
Fox.
You've been out here living.
Yeah, man. What you been up to?
Other than work, man, just trying to. I mean, the weather's kind of starting to get like bearable, so I've been hiking a lot.
Okay.
And then just work, man. Like I'm working crazy hours, and I'm working like 30 minutes away from my place now, and then all the business we do is like south of that. So it's like I'm getting home at like crazy hours, like 7:30. But like money's been
Really?
good, so that's cool. Yeah.
That's
Other
what's
than
up,
that,
man.
just working out, boxing a lot. Been reserving the weekends for that. So just trying to stay
Nice.
fit, man. Do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. That's what's up.
Bro, we've that was a pretty crazy week of fights, huh?
It was some dog ass fights too.
Where you want to
Some
start?
dog ass
I
fights.
feel like the Usman thing we got to start with because that was just the craziest shit ever, bro.
Bro.
I didn't watch it
He
live, but if I would have watched that live, I probably would have shit myself. That was like just insane.
I didn't watch it live. I just saw some of the highlights, but like, I mean, it was a good ass fight, but like Usman was just dominating, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere.
like,
With
and
a
I think
minute
that's the
left.
beauty. I mean, that's the beauty of sports, though, right?
Hmm.
That's literally the fucking beauty of sports. You can get caught at any fucking moment,
Yeah,
and that was because
right.
he like even like they said he was dead in the fucking water.
He
They
was.
buried his ass. It was like this is done for. Usman about to win, and then he just get fucking caught with like 40 seconds left in the fucking fight.
Exactly, man. Combat sports, bro. It's just like you just said, at any moment, just one thing, and it's just like lights out, over. I don't even think
Yeah,
Kamaru knew where he was after he woke up. Like
yeah.
he was just like, "What the fuck happened?" You know?
Yeah, well, because if I'm not mistaken, he hit his head on the mat when he
Probably
went down.
hard. Yeah,
So yeah, so he was kind of lost. But then, like, even I mean, that was his first time even being taken down.
yeah. In the
Like
first
in
round.
the fight, that was his first time ever being taken down. Like,
Hmm.
so clearly, dude was competitive with him. And it was crazy because you and I had just talked about the fact that like nobody's probably going to be able to give him more of a challenge than Covington did, and
Yeah,
clearly
sure enough. Right.
he was formidable enough and caught him slipping.
Yeah, man. I mean, he won that first round, and then it looked like Kamaru just dominated the middle rounds, and then yeah, he was just cruising to it. If he didn't get knocked out, I think that would have been an easy decision. But like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
So do
What
you
a
think it's a
beautiful fight.
situation where do you think he kind of relaxed knowing like, oh, it's a minute left. Ain't shit about to happen. I'll catch anything coming. And so he kind of let his guard down.
It could be, man. I mean, I don't know what was going through his head, but that would make sense. I mean, he was clearly up on the points, like you said. The announcers were saying it the whole time. They're like, "This is over." Like this was another masterclass from Kamaru, and then yeah, it looked like I saw Daniel Cormier breaking it down. Like he put the right out there, and then like as he threw the left, Kamaru tried to move out of the way, and he threw the kick like right behind the left and just fucking caught him like beautifully, man. That was just like, I mean, to catch someone with a head kick like that and like take him down like that. Ooh. I don't ever want to know what that feels like, bro. Oh my
Man.
god.
I mean,
Fuck
he
that.
completely caught him slipping, bro.
Yeah, he fucked him
Caught
up.
him slipping.
So now I guess there's got to be a trilogy, right? I mean,
you gotta run it back. You gotta
it
run it
was
back.
the longest reigning welterweight in the history of the sport, and I think Edwards is from the UK, so they're saying they're going to do it at Wembley. Damn, bro, that'd be a pretty.
Well, actually, he's not from the UK. He's from Jamaica.
Is he really? He must have just lived in the UK forever or something.
Yeah,
I
think that's when he was. That's where he kind of grew up. But he's from Jamaica.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I went onto his Instagram and he was talking about I'm about to go back to Jamaica, take this back to Kingston, and just show all the kids like, I come from where you come from, and look what I've done.
Right.
So,
right. That's my favorite thing about fighting. I mean, sports in general, but it seems like more so even fighting. Just whenever a new champ comes up, their beginnings are always just fucking crazy, humble,
very humble,
man. Like
very
they're
humble.
they had like nothing going. Just people like wrote them off, and it's just like. And what's sad is 99% of those dudes, even if they're really good fighters, never have that moment. Like they just live their whole life taking brain damage, getting their bodies destroyed, getting no recognition. Like it's a lot of luck in some cases. Obviously, you need skill and preparation to get there too. But like, yeah, it's crazy, man. Good for him. Like I didn't know much about him at all, and then just seeing.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about him prior to, but I mean, like I said, I felt he was formidable. I was kind of like just tracking it on the app and everything. I just
You're probably like, what the fuck,
bro? I was like, because I thought that like it stalled. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Right.
And so but it was. I mean, it was a good match. It was just Kamaru was just doing this fucking thing, but
mm-hmm.
it's the beauty of sports, bro.
They got to run it back.
Shorts.
That was so good for the business of the UFC too. You know, they're just on a roll, bro. Like the UFC's just they're on a roll.
I mean, I will say from a political standpoint, I'm not a big fan of Dana White.
Mm-hmm.
But like from a business standpoint, the man is a genius.
Yeah, man. He took that shit over.
He is literally a genius. Like even during the pandemic and what he was able to do and just consistently put it on dog ass fights and dog ass matches and how he just sets it up. I mean, the guy for real he's a business genius.
Bro. Yeah, he does it right, man. And it's just he does it so much better than any other combat sport. He just gives people the fights they want to see, and this lineup we've got from here even to the end of the calendar year is just like
it's insane, bro. I was looking at it, I was like, bro, what the
it's so much, bro. And then you think of what's coming, right? We still have John Jones out there, Francis Ngannou hasn't fought in a while. Like there's all these dudes.
You're gonna get the rematch on that Usman and Edwards fight. Like you're gonna get that.
Right.
So it's only gonna keep people just intrigued.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see Patty again.
Yep.
Like
a lot of big guys, man. It's crazy too because it's like Conor was the face of it for that period of 2 or 3 years, like where he was, and then he's kind of drifted now doing his own thing. Obviously he got hurt, but it's like I think right now the UFC is as popular as it's ever been, man. Like it's just insane.
Because of the product is at such a high quality though. Like these fights, it's high fucking quality fights.
It is.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the fact that what's his name? What's the old dude's name that's about to have a fight?
Nate Diaz.
Yes, we didn't even talk about the fact that he has a fight.
Yeah,
so people are just gonna want to see him, right? Because we know he's gonna go out there and fight, bro. He's gonna brawl.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of scared for him in that fight because that Cosmat is a fucking animal, bro. That dude's insane. It's funny you brought that up, though, because I think Nate has one more fight after that one on his contract. And I'm thinking, and this is the thing with the UFC, even these old stars, they can make such big pay-per-view bouts out of, they could just run him and Conor for the third time. You know what I mean? Like, these two dudes that, haven't fought in forever. They're both kind of past their prime. And, that would be a box office fight. Like everyone would.
Oh, for sure. You have to. It'd have to be a main card.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Even though neither of them are even I don't even think ranked in that division anymore. That would be
It don't matter. They just the name recognition.
Exactly, man. So I mean, they got so much options. Like I said, hats off to them. They just do it right, man. They give the fans what they want to see. It's like you said, I'm a huge fan of him, business standpoint. I don't really get into politics, but I understand your viewpoint there. He's an interesting one. But
yeah.
Yep. What about the boxing scene, bro? Did you watch any of that Usyk Joshua fight?
I did not watch the Usyk Joshua. I was watching the Navarrete fight, and then I watched Teofimo Lopez. I watched that fight too.
That was a good one.
He just did his fucking thing.
Yeah, he looked like old Teo, man. I mean, he went up to 142, I think, 140, whatever that next weight class is after lightweight. But I think that'll be good for him there. He's a power puncher, so he won't have any issues. I think they're saying Ryan Garcia is going up to that weight class too, so maybe we could see a fight with them. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know who else is in that weight class that's really huge name. So I mean, Teo and him are kind of the biggest names I can think of in that. I think that's super lightweight, they'd call that, or maybe junior welterweight. So I don't know what big matches there are to make there now that Teo
is. Hold on. Who's in that? He said 142. So the junior welterweight at 140
that's it.
Josh Taylor got the WBO and the IBF, and then the WBA and WBC are both vacant.
Are they really? I thought he had all the belts. Huh.
They're vacant right now.
He must have not, because he was undisputed, so he had all of them. So he must have not fought the mandatories for some of the belts, and they must have stripped him of some of them. But I didn't realize Josh Taylor's in that division. Actually, that dude's a fucking dog. So if either of them fight him, I'd like to see Teo versus him. That dude's awesome. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, man, that Usyk. Wow, bro. Every time I watch him, I'm just this dude is so fucking impressive, man. Never seen anything like that guy. Crazy.
I mean, because I got a chance to kind of just I didn't watch the first time, but I rewatched it. And I mean, I think Joshua kind of at the first round, the first like second and third rounds, he kind of started to catch his groove, but then like Usyk just went from there and was he found his groove.
Yep.
And it was just.
He's just so good at overcoming adversity and like reprogramming in the corner and then coming back out. And because Joshua almost looked like he was gonna put him away in the 9th round, and then Usyk came back in the 10th round and beat him up worse than he beat him up in the 9th. It was like, dude, holy shit, this guy is just like a cyborg, man. I mean,
yeah, it was. I mean, and the thing is that so he just literally he's so good at the sport of boxing.
Exactly. Do you know what his amateur record was? 335-15. Dude, like that guy has put in more rounds than you're right. It's just like he can box. Like that's just the sport of boxing. He's just these Ukrainians, man. Like because Loma had like same thing, like 200 something amateur fights. I think what they do is they like say, stay amateur, you know, and you're not going to be a big name as a teenager like some of these other dudes, but like we'll get you to pro by like 24, 25 with all these amateur fights under your belt. And then they just like run through everyone. I mean, what? Loma was a unified champ, 10 fights into his professional career. Usyk is now 19 fights into his professional career. He's cleared out the cruiserweight division. He's won 3 heavyweight belts. I mean, like, these dudes are just crazy, man.
Yeah. I need Usyk to, I don't know what the fuck is this.
That was crazy, bro.
I don't know what the fuck that, like that. I'm watching fight like that shit is. I don't know what's bothering me. Then I realized like, what the fuck is that piece of hair, bro?
He was wearing it like in the press conference. It was just like a long mohawk, and it was funny because I was wondering. I was like, how's he gonna wear that during the fight? Yeah, sure enough, he just fucking cropped it up. They'll whoop that ass though. He might look goofy as fuck, but he's gonna.
It's so fucking frustrating with Joshua is like. Everything is fucking there, bro. But it just seems like when it comes to some adversity or like he just seems to be able to. He lacks the ability to just rise up to the fucking occasion, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, man. I'm completely with you. And it seems like he's aware that people feel that way because that was kind of sad, actually, what happened after the fight. I mean, did you see all that?
I saw.
Like, he freaked out.
Saw a clip. Like he snapped, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that dude is such a big star in the UK, and it just seems like he's always been at that cusp of, obviously he was a unified heavyweight champ. Like he's got nothing to prove to anyone, but like they put him on this pedestal of like, this dude's going to be the next Ali or like some great, you know? And it just seems like he was on the cusp of that and never could get past that hump. And it just like,
I think ever since that Ruiz fight, was it Ruiz?
Yeah.
Ever since that Ruiz fight, I literally think it fucked up his like mojo and it fucked with his mind.
Right, because he looked better in this fight, and he was going to the body, and he looked like, you know, like he was like he had Usyk in trouble at times, and like still like it really didn't matter. Like Usyk still clearly won. That's got to be so defeating to just think like I've done like everything I can do.
Because he changed, he changed up his camp.
Yeah, he changed his camp, got a new trainer that was going to come in and again work on like body shots and like power with him and stuff like that to try to get him out of there, and they just couldn't do it, man. I guess Usyk was too good.
But I would say, much to your point, though, I think the next fight that Joshua needs to have, which I think this makes perfect sense, is that him and Wilder need to fight.
That'd be so cool. That'd be so awesome.
That like I really feel like him and Wilder need to fight. Mm-hmm. That, you know, it don't even have to be a belt in place. Like them two, it's gonna bring some pay-per-view, bro, and that'll be a hell of a fucking fight because you, like you said, with Wilder, such a fucking wild card as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know all it takes is just one fucking punch and it's lights out.
I'm totally with you, bro. That would be so intriguing. I don't know from Eddie Hearn, who's Joshua's promoter. I don't know what their thoughts would be on that because I think that's a pretty dangerous fight. You got to think if Joshua loses like on his next fight, he's pretty much, I would say, done. Like as far as like a real. He won't be considered a top 5 heavyweight anymore, I guess is what I mean. Like if he loses 3 fights in a row, people are going to be like, okay, like we're writing him off. So Wilder's dangerous for him, bro. Wilder, on the other hand, he's lost 2 in a row too, but he's 37, 36 now, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, like is he? He doesn't got a lot of time left, man. I think he knows that too. I don't think Wilder's got more than a couple fights left in him. And I think Wilder wins that by knockout. But dude, I watched a clip of Wilder the other day getting interviewed by like Fight Hype at his at some gym he was working at, and it wasn't very noticeable, but I swear I kind of thought it seemed like I was kind of sad, bro. Like it seemed like he might be. I don't even know how to like. Something was a little off. Like I'll just say that. Like it just seems like maybe like there's some.
Like he got an early onset of Parkinson's.
I don't know, man. No, not Parkinson's, but just something in his demeanor. I've watched so many of his interviews that he just seemed a little different.
Like something cognitive.
Yeah, he just seemed a little different, man. And maybe I'm completely wrong. I'll send you the video and you can tell me what you think. But I was just like, he was doing his usual rants, but it just, I don't know, man. I felt kind of bad while I was like, something might be going on.
Yeah,
here.
Wilder Wilder be 37 in October.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's got more than 2 or 3 fights max left, and then he'll probably call it. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll come. Joshua's young, so he's got time to kind of regroup and maybe compete for a title again. Like I think Wilder's at the point now where he just needs to fight the biggest name people he can fight. I don't know if Eddie Hearn would put AJ in there with Wilder because that's just so fucking dangerous, and I think Wilder knocks him out. I don't know where you stand on that, but.
I don't know if he would. No, I'm not going to even try to lie to myself. You're right.
I just like the evidence is always shown. Like he's knocked out everyone he's fought.
At some point in time, he's gonna fucking catch you.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. And like, there's only been one person that he's still caught Fury multiple times, and somehow Fury got up, but no one else has. So I don't think Joshua would be able to stand up to that. But it would be. I would love to watch that, bro. I'd pay whatever they were charging for that fight. That would be amazing. I
definitely would watch that fight.
What about the other end of that, though? Like, you think, I know Fury's talking a lot of shit again. He got all fired up after the fight, but like, he's been like, I'm retired. No, I'm not. You think for sure like that'll happen?
Him and Usyk?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I don't think it will.
Really? You think Fury's just talking shit?
I don't think he's coming back, bro. I think he'd came back if Joshua won, because then that way he could have put on a fucking spectacle at Wimbledon. Did I say that? Wembley, sorry, at Wembley.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think he'd have came back if Joshua would have won, just so that way he could put on. I'm talking about, just imagine how fucking crazy that would have been if he'd have been able to put on a show at Wembley, him and Joshua.
Yeah, man, that would have been
best fighter in the UK.
Yeah, that would have been one of the biggest UK fights ever. Maybe the biggest for sure, bro.
That would have been a dumbass fight, bro. I mean,
so what do you think? He's just talking shit right now? Like he's just saying it to say it? I mean, I don't know. I have that dude. I don't know what that guy's thinking ever. He is such a wild card. Like it's hard for me to pin him down. But
it is. I just don't. I don't know if he. I just don't trust. I don't trust the fact that he probably gonna come back. Can he come back? I think he absolutely could. I just don't think that he will.
Yeah. If they did, who would you think? Who wins? Like,
I feel like I'd have to go with Fury. He just, with his size, his hand speed, and his head like that. Those things alone, it's just. I don't know if Fury. I don't think you're gonna be able to beat him on points.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to boxing, so it's like you're gonna have to knock him out.
That's true, man.
And I don't know if Usyk has that in him to do that.
Yeah, because he's just as skilled as Usyk. He's just way bigger, so it's just like he's got such an advantage, and stronger. Joshua was like not significantly, but noticeably bigger than Usyk, but he just does not nearly have the boxing skill that Usyk has. Whereas like Fury's like right there, like he's 10 out of 10 skill. So I mean,
yep,
I think he'd win. I don't know. I guess we'll see, bro. I'd love to watch it. It kind of stinks on Usyk's end that he's as good as he is, but he can't speak English. So like, he's not like a personality that like anyone here is going to ever really gravitate to, like that's not a big box office fight for anyone in America. That's like a casual, whereas Joshua could probably draw some people. I don't know, man. It's I feel bad for Joshua though. He broke down in that press conference afterwards. I don't know if you saw that too. Like he just couldn't.
No, I did.
He was just crying. Yeah, I was like, damn, bro. Like it's really getting to him. So we'll see, bro. Lots of shit to be made.
I mean, it has to pull at his fucking ego, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You go from being, a champ to getting beat up twice by the same dude.
Yeah, man. That is
After
tough.
you changed your camp.
Exactly. Like just having that feeling of like I don't have it anymore, or I'm not the fighter that I was, is probably that's a tough pill to swallow, you know.
I mean, even I don't know if it's just the fighter that he was. It's just the fact that he's just not that.
Not that guy.
He's not that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think me and you agree on that. He probably doesn't feel that way, but you know.
No, but it just happens. I mean, you think about all the fuck. Like I compare this to basketball, bro. Right? Like when Jordan came in, Magic even talked about that. Him and Larry was like, bro, this dude different. Like this guy is different.
Yeah.
Right? Like LeBron is like these. There's certain people that just different. They just not shit you can do about it.
Exactly, man. That's so true. Joshua's not that
guy. Now, Joshua, if you see this, I don't want no problems. I'm definitely not that guy.
I don't think he's flying to America. We'll be all right. What about, bro, because we haven't talked in a minute. Let's switch over to the NFL, man. What's your thoughts on the whole Deshaun thing? 11 games, right? That's been confirmed?
11 games. It's been confirmed, and $5 million that he has to pay. So I feel like that was much more reasonable, even though I still think that was even I feel like he definitely should have been suspended for a full year. Just based on just the pure numbers. The thing that really kind of took me back was the fact that he almost now that everything has been settled, it's almost when he spoke, he almost in a way took some of the blame. He took blame for or he owned up, should I say, to kind of what he did. He didn't say that he did, but he was just like, almost apologizing for those that he may have hurt, like those type of things where you kind of want to seem sincere.
Right.
That's the thing that really kind of took me back. Like, why are you? I know you don't want to say those things in the middle of investigation because, like, you don't want to tell on yourself, right? That's just. But now to do that, I know those women on the other hand are like, hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
But unfortunately, they can't go back to the judge and say he just admitted it. They were like, that's not new evidence. There's not new evidence. You don't have new evidence to show that he actually did it. That's just him just apologizing for those who he may have hurt, but he didn't say he did anything.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. Do you think it was a justified sentence, or do you think too little, too much?
I think it was a little light. Again, I think it definitely should have been like a full year. And the money aspect of it.
That's a lot of money, bro. I don't know if maybe I'm just crazy, but I don't feel like I've heard of a fine being that big. Usually, like you hear these pro sports guys get fined like a couple, like 50,000 or something like that, and I'm like, that's really,
but I think just the magnitude of how many women it was.
Yeah, 5 million's a lot.
Yeah, I think it had to be that or more, to be honest with you. But because that first punishment of the 6 games, it was a slap in the face to those women.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like, what is the NFL saying to women that may have interactions with these NFL players and something happens? Is what I mean. It's like they don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, is sports will continue and the player will be okay. So I'm glad that they moved it up, but now we'll see. But I will. I mean, kudos to the NFL for just kind of following through and kind of sticking to their guns and making sure that they got it right as best as they could. And so now it's just going to be really interesting to see what they do. Like, do you think so? If you're the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett is your starting quarterback, right? Do you, once the suspension is over, do you throw Deshaun in there, or do you just finish out the season with Jacoby Brissett? Because I mean, what is it? Another?
That's tough, man. And I want to say
another 7 games.
Yeah, 6.
Like, do you bring Deshaun in just to kind of finish out those 7 games and see what you got, or you just wait?
Exactly.
Wait till the next year.
Exactly, because that's funny you said that, because I want to say like it depends on their record. But now I'm like going back and forth in my head. I would think if they're in playoff contention, they'd bring him in. And I would think if they're not, then they wouldn't. I wouldn't think they would just give him reps to give him reps and risk him getting hurt. But also, if they're in playoff contention and it's like borderline, that makes sense. But like, even if they're rolling, they got to put in Deshaun over Jacoby Brissett. I would have to think, because like their team is so good, they're so talented everywhere else. So like I don't think unless Brissett was just putting up like godly numbers, I don't think we'd all be sitting there thinking like, oh, they're whatever 7-3, 7-4. And Jacoby's like the driving force of that. You'd think that they'd still put in Deshaun. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of their team and how he game manages. But, like, can they get it done? Because they got a really talented team still. Like, can they still put up, like, a even to a winning record in those first 11 games? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. Or, because there's been rumors around the fact that, like, and they have the money to do it, do you try to go and get Jimmy? Do you go get Jimmy G for a year?
I like that better than Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I mean, again, I just feel like then that's tough. Like, because you don't want to throw off the chemistry, but like I would have to think if they are in playoff contention or better, like killing, even if they're killing it, like you have to put in Deshaun Watson when he comes back. Like he's just so fucking talented. I mean, I don't know if he's not allowed to work out with the team right now and all that shit. Like that would probably screw some stuff up. But I just like, I can't think of a world that's such an interesting situation. Like him coming back, we all know when he's on the field, he's like a top 5 quarterback in the league. Like, and you're not going to play him. Like that would be really weird. But I totally get it if they have a losing record. I wouldn't put him in. I would just
I wouldn't put him in if they had a losing record. Well, actually, you know what? I would. I probably maybe like even if they had a losing record, maybe like those last 4 games. Just to kind of get them some reps and see what the chemistry looks like, so that way we know what we need to work on. You know what what we're working with. I might probably like those last 4 games.
Yeah. Well, okay. Even if they've got 5 wins and they're 5-6, and then we go, okay, we got 7. How many more games? 6 more games to make 17.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depending on how the momentum's going, it's like, could we throw them in and win 5 of these next 6 and like make it to wild card? Like, I don't know, man. That's such like a strategic thing they're going to have to do. Like, I mean, it's really not, we're not going to know until like we're at that point and what that record is, but that's going to be an interesting decision. That's a good point.
Yeah. I would say this, Jacoby Brissett doesn't have the greatest win percentage as a starting quarterback. So
yeah, exactly.
I think his win percentage is like 20%.
Right. And Jimmy G, like I'm not like a huge fan, but at least he has like deep playoff experience. He has a Super Bowl experience, you know, like,
and he has a winning percentage as a starting quarterback. So.
Right. I would do that. Like give yourself the best opportunity to, again, just like if they have like
be in contention,
man. Yeah. I don't know. That's such a fine line, bro. Like, because if they 6 wins and then he comes back, they've got 6 games left. You got to win again, at least like 5 of those 6 to be at 10, 11 wins. And that's probably only getting you to the wild card, you know? So like, this is going to be tough. Like they're going to need to like, they got to have the mindset of like, we're not waiting for Deshaun to come back. Like we're going to win now. You know what I mean? Like that's
what I said. If they want to be in contention, I think the move is to go and get Garoppolo.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Like, 'cause Jacoby Brissett he's more of a backup. He's not a starting quarterback. He just doesn't bring enough to the field to where you're gonna win enough, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, now the good thing is that they're more reliant on the run game, but still, like you got guys out, you got those weapons, Donovan Peoples-Jones and Njoku. Like you got weapons on the outside that you gotta tap into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a lot, man. They got 2 good running backs. Is Kareem Hunt still there?
Yep.
Great offensive line, good receivers. Yeah, D looks really good.
D is nasty, so
it is, bro. It really is. Is there any other big NFL news coming out right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just trying to figure out like Pittsburgh and their starting quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Right, like because. Well, the news is that like Kenny Pickett is coming on strong, bro. Like I don't know if you watched any of the preseason.
Yeah, he looks good.
But, like he's looking really fucking nice. He has a good rhythm with the offense. So it's like, do you start him game one, or do you start Trubisky and then see what happens?
Right.
This is the thing. I think it was Lewis Riddick that mentioned this around the fact that, like, if you start Pickett, you can't pull him.
Yeah, no, that
like
would
you
be
can't pull him. Like
Nope.
he has to. You gotta let him play, right?
Exactly.
But if you start Trubisky, at least you give yourself a chance to be able to kind of gradually bring Pickett along, and then let's say maybe game 5, game 6, then you can throw him in there. But if you start him game 1, you can't pull it, bro. Like you have to ride with that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, because you can't fuck with a rookie like that and then pull him, and then like that would just shake up everything, man. I don't know. I would go with him. I mean, why not? If he's looking good and he's looking NFL ready right now, obviously there's going to be some like bumps in the road, and he's not going to just come out and be some like smooth ass starting quarterback. Like that rarely happens. But like I say, get him in now, man. Like why not? Just give him the reps, and then by this time next year, you'll have a whole season under his belt. I mean, you drafted him for a reason,
I mean, that you did, bro. I just.
What? You apprehensive? You don't think you should?
I'm apprehensive about just throwing him in there, because it's not that Trubisky is a terrible quarterback. I don't think that he's a terrible quarterback. I think he just needs to be in the right system. And I think he can be productive. I mean, hell, he got those Chicago teams to playoffs.
Like, yeah, I don't know if that was on his shoulders, though. I'd agree he's not terrible, but I don't think he's a winning quarterback either. Like, I'm not.
But I think it's better for you to start him, to see what you have there, and then if it's not working, then make that transition to Pickett. But you brought him there for a reason. Like, give him a chance to kind of show that other thing, because I think you'll really destroy. You think about, like, you can't pull Pickett, you'll really fuck up his confidence, especially if you think he's gonna come in and be a quarterback to a fucking rookie.
Right. Exactly. It's and that's totally fine too. Obviously, like that's kind of an expected thing when a quarterback comes in as a rookie. Like even if he's highly touted and the dude in front of him isn't that good, that's just like kind of the nature of it. Is usually they stick with someone that's been an NFL quarterback. So that's a good point. I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think they should start Trubisky then, because like you said, he can't go in and then suck and then they pull him. That just like destroys his confidence, and like that fucks up the momentum of the team and all the dynamics. Like I would keep Trubisky in there, let him play like 4 or 5 games, and if he's shit in the bed, then
like, okay, I know what I got. Let me just go ahead and make this move, and we'll ride it out from here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think you got to give Trubisky an opportunity to kind of just show what he can do in a live. I mean, granted, you have preseason, but like see it in a game that counts, and and kind of take it from there. So but yeah, that, and then your boy Mayfield been named the starter.
I saw that
for the Panthers.
Saw that. Not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. It'll just be interesting to see how that goes, because now he doesn't have. I mean, he got CMC, right, but it's not that same type of running game that they had in Cleveland. CMC is more of like he splits out and stuff like that.
Yep.
He's not really he gets a lot of handoffs. It's more like tosses and stuff. So or just small dumps. So it'll be interesting to see like how they integrate CMC and utilize that run game.
Yeah. Because Chubb was such like a traditional up the middle, between the tackles, running back, like, and he got so many touches, as far as like straight runs, whereas C-Mac gets a lot of touches too. But to your point, 10 or 15 of those touches could be just like slot out of the backfield, little dumps, or screens and stuff like that. Yeah. So
I really want to see how that, how that marriage kind of works out. And then also if he can get Robbie, give him the ball, like give him the ball, like that's a deep threat. Like if you don't give him the ball.
I just don't think they have enough weapons to be competitive, at least not this year, man. I mean, like their D is pretty suspect too.
And they got your boy DJ Moore over there.
Yeah, I mean, they got some decent receivers. They got some weapons. I don't like their line's not the best. Their D has been suspect. That division's pretty good, man. I mean, Atlanta's probably not going to be that good, but I mean, the Bucks look really good. Looks like Kamara's not going to get suspended this year, so he's probably going to be there for the year for the Saints.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Saints and Bucks look good. Yeah, I don't think Carolina or Falcons will be competitive. What's their quarterback situation? Did they draft one? I don't even remember. Atlanta.
They did. Atlanta did draft one. I think it was the dude from Cincinnati. Yeah, Desmond Ritter. But remember, they got Mariota.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So he's gonna be their starting quarterback.
Yeah, man. God, we're like what 2-3 weeks away. Like it's coming up, man. I'm getting pumped. We're almost there. I'm excited about the season. So let me ask, what division do you think is going to be the toughest? It's got to be one of those West divisions, man.
Is it that you think it's going to be the AFC West?
I think it's the AFC West because the NFC, they're competitive as well, the NFC West, but I just don't think Seattle's in the mix. Whereas like the AFC West, all four of those teams are just
like they're all fucking playoff contenders, bro. They're all playoff contenders.
They are, man.
They're all fucking playoff contenders, bro. And has there ever been a situation where all four teams from a division have? I don't even know if it's fucking possible. But like,
I don't think it can. Even though they split it, so now there's another wild card for every. I guess so. Isn't there 3 wild cards?
Yeah, because it's only one team that gets to bye.
That'd be hard. Like what would have to happen is I feel like. Because all of them play each other twice, so they'd all have to like split games with each other, and then outside of that, they'd all have to have like amazing records, like that. I wonder if a division's ever had all the teams have 10+ wins.
That's what I was just saying. Like I don't know if that's happened, but if it happened, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens this year with that division, bro. That fucking division is just insane, bro.
Who am I forgetting? It's the Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, and Broncos. Yeah, dude.
It's the same, bro. Like, like you look at that whole fucking division, and it's just fucking talent all over the fucking place. Like the Broncos have Jerry Jeudy. Bruh, like they're.
I'm scared for the Chiefs, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think they're going to be as good anymore. I know I've probably said that before, but I don't like. They're going to be good, obviously, but I don't think. At least compared to what we've seen over the last 3 years from them, I just don't think they're going to look like that anymore.
No, because the thing is that I don't think it's the offense that's the issue, and we know the thing that typically bites Kansas City in the ass is the fucking defense.
Yep.
The defense typically just somehow in certain games they just don't show up. They give up a ton of fucking points. You don't have Matthew back there in the backfield, so
right. I feel bad for Pat. I feel like it's not going to be a good year. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I'm excited to watch those fucking games, bro. That's going to be tough, bro.
It really is, man. All of them. I think Herbert's going to take a step up too. He's going to be even better. That team looks solid. The Raiders have so many fucking weapons, bro. They just look so good.
It's sick. And they're about to let go of Kenyon Drake.
I didn't know that.
They're about to release them, I think they said. So, when you releasing talent like that, bro,
have you been watching Hard Knocks?
I have not watched Hard Knocks.
I haven't either. I want to.
Clips, but I have not. But I saw, when they had the rookies go up and they had to say where they're from, their name, where they're from, and their signing bonus, and the reaction that Aiden Hutchinson got when he said he signed that signing bonus was $23 million.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Holy shit!"
And then he got to sing it, Billie Jean.
Yep, that was cool.
Hilarious. That was dope as hell.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I'm sure Campbell's giving us a bunch of those quotes you love about biting kneecaps and shit like that.
I've heard he's definitely had a couple of moments. A lot of people seem to like Jamal Williams and just the energy that he has. I think that kind of chippy in that dual scrimmage that they had, that dual practice that they had. So
I want to watch it. It's on HBO.
It's on HBO. Yeah, I may have to give you my log again. So that
okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good looks. What about NBA, man? We didn't talk about I thought it was going to happen, but KD, I mean, I guess it's not for sure if they start the season shitty, but as of right now, he seems satisfied again, huh?
Yeah, he's coming back. So the question becomes, who's the loser in all of this?
I don't know if there is one, really. I mean, I guess all the teams that wanted KD, I mean, the Nets surely aren't losers right now. They got him back.
But do you think it like, is it KD?
It might be
is
KD.
He the loser?
It might be.
Because like he tried to flex, right? He tried to flex his power and thinking that like teams are going to just be beaten down, which not to say that they weren't, but I don't think teams were willing to sacrifice their future to bring him in.
And so is that based on skill or is that based on the unpredictability that is Kevin Durant? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't view Kevin Durant as being unpredictable. When he plays, he plays, and he's a hell of a fucking player. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that like knowing it's just for a year. You have him for 4 years, but like.
I guess he got everything he wanted out of Brooklyn, and then it was like still like that wasn't enough. So are other teams looking at it like, why would we throw away everything, even though he's in a 4-year contract? Couldn't he just do this to us next summer and like demand a trade? You know what I mean?
Well, I think what's different in the situation is because it was a fucking circus last year with it. Yeah. It was drama every fucking day.
It was.
Right? From Harden to Kyrie to COVID to trades, Ben Simmons. Like it was a fucking shit show, bro. Mm-hmm. Every fucking day they were sitting there having to talk about Kyrie and some shit or James Harden and wanting to trade and like.
Right.
It was a shit show.
It was, man. I mean, I can understand why he was like I can't have this, but like I don't know. He must have had a decent talk with them in the meeting where he feels like it's good now, which isn't unprecedented. Like that happened with Kobe, right? He demanded a trade, and the Lakers talked him out of it.
Nowhere. I think the thing is that like maybe he was like, "Look, bro, this shit that we got going on, it can't continue to happen. This shit is not healthy."
What do you think? Kyrie still stays?
If they have if Kevin has a conversation with him and like, look, bro, like I didn't come here for all this fucking drama and shit. I came here to fucking win and win on my own. I brought you here, you my boy. Yeah. Let's get this shit done. I think it's gonna have to take him saying that to Kyrie, like, bro, like I need you on the court and I need you in your right mind, so that way we can go out here and fucking hoop, dog.
Right.
Like because I went and I looked at their fucking roster, bro. I legit went and looked at their roster yesterday. I don't even know who the fuck they're gonna start in the 5 is because they got fucking talent, dog.
They do, man.
Like they legit have talent. You got Kyrie, you got Curry, you got Ben Simmons, you got KD, you got Claxton, you got TJ Warren.
Oh yeah.
You got Royce O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Blake. You got Patty Mills.
Yeah, they look good.
They have fucking talent on that team.
They do.
You got Cam Thompson. Like they got plenty of talent on the fucking team. Like, I honestly don't know who the fuck. I'm assuming it's gonna. I'm gonna think it's probably be Kyrie.
I mean,
maybe Curry.
I'd say Kyrie, Curry, KD, Simmons, and I don't know. Well, it depends on how big or small.
Yeah, probably Claxton.
Yeah.
But like you got TJ Warren you can throw out there. Mm-hmm. I didn't even mention fucking Joe Harris.
Oh yeah, bro. I would start him, honestly. And I'd run KD and Ben kind of lower and play like small ball, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like what I mean? So it's like, what do you?
Yeah,
there's plenty of fucking talent on that team.
Yeah, you're right. Talent. If they're in like the right mindset and coached right, like they definitely have the talent to compete for a championship. Yeah,
it's there. It legit is there. It's just, they gotta put it to fucking together, bro.
Right. You got 2 superstars. Ben Simmons, your 3rd best player, and then you got 2 like sharpshooters and Curry and Harris. Like just right there, those 5 are like that's a really good core.
The pieces are there. They just gotta defensively. They gotta get right.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
and they gotta be on the court together. You gotta think that with all that shit that went on last year, they still won 43 games.
Yep.
And then Kyrie didn't even play the whole fucking season.
Nope, he did not.
So you get a full season of Kyrie and KD. Everybody can try to remain healthy. You can't tell that team can't win at least 50 games.
Yeah, I think they can.
Or if not more.
But do you think if they start off like the first 20 games just like very lackluster and win around like 11, 12 games, like I don't know, like just barely above 500, like is KD going to get like do you think it's over? Like is he staying with the Nets for this year? Or do you think like there's still a chance he could be like I can't do this? Like
I still think there's a chance that like All-Star game, like that trade deadline, he could potentially be going. That shit ain't going right.
Yeah.
Like I think he's gonna say like, you know what? It's enough. Like as it looks right now, there's enough fucking talent here that we can be something special.
Mm-hmm.
But if this shit is not hit like it need to,
yep,
it'll I guarantee it'll come back up. Like so, it's okay for now, but it's not a seal thing that he's staying there. Like the shit is it's too much historic toxicity in the situation to where like I wouldn't blame KD to be like, bro, I didn't come here for this shit, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm on the last, I'm on in the like the last little bit of years of my prime, and I got to make the most of it.
Exactly.
Some got to shake.
Right. No, I wouldn't blame him either if it's going shitty. It'd be interesting to see how that would work out because again, which we've just seen, it's like a stalemate. Like obviously Brooklyn, and they're rightfully so, wants like a historic package for him, and like other teams, rightfully so, aren't willing to, like you said, like mortgage their whole future for him. So like, I don't know. That's gonna be very interesting.
Did you hear that rumor about him going to Memphis?
No.
There was a rumor that he essentially would have went to Memphis for, I think it was like Desmond Bain. I think who else was on there? It was like Desmond Bain, Tillman. I'm drawing a blank on my.
That's already just not enough, in my opinion. Just hearing like that's what the trade's based around, I couldn't see that happening. Not
because I don't think Memphis was going to be willing to give up. I think it was Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark, and Xavier Tillman, and then maybe like some draft picks or some shit like that. Because I don't think that they were willing to give up Morant or Jaren Jackson. I mean, of course they weren't giving up Morant, and I don't think they were trying to give up Jaren Jackson Jr.
Right. Yeah, that would be crazy if he was over there with Ja. I just don't see that happening. But that'd be pretty nuts. Yeah. What about LeBron, man? You got that bag.
Fucking dumbass.
I mean, obviously deservedly so.
A year?
Deservedly so, but I just like it's like if championships are the aspiration, bro, like I feel like you gotta at this point in your career take less for them to build around you, you know. I don't know if that was like the smartest thing as far as winning, but like get your bread, bro. I get it.
At this point, I feel like Brian, like, look, bro,
yeah, you
Lakers are not. They're not about to win.
Let me go win this scoring title, play with my son for a year, call it a day.
That team is not about to win shit. I'd be surprised if they make it again.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If they make it to the play-in, bro.
I'm with you.
That team is just not the way that it's constructed. It's not there unless they make some sort of trade during the season. That team ain't there.
Nope. I'm totally with you, man. That's gonna be, when do they usually start up around? Like right before Halloween?
Yep. So hold on, let me. The first they play the Warriors starting on the 18th of October. Okay. First game. Okay.
Nice. It's about to be that good time, man. We got like 2 months until like the best time of the year when like football's in swing and basketball's back, and yeah, bro. Some good UFC fights are coming up, bro. It's gonna be a good winter, like for sure. This fall winter is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have lots to talk about.